What's up, everybody? It's your boy Kid Black, man. In this video, I'm particularly gonna be talking about ATEN Nation, the company, truck driving company. Though I don't know about anything else. This is just my experience from when I was driving for them. Me and my wife were the drivers they had first picked out. Things just didn't work out for us like we wanted them to, so we ended up splitting from them. And I do have like pictures and proof, as you can see, that's clearly me. But just so you know, when you see this video, my face is gonna be blocked out because this is my private page. I don't want my face or name exposed. And I'm also, this is my wife as well, the same truck. But like I said, her face is going to be blocked out as well because, we don't do social media or nothing like that. I don't want, my name or information put out there because I don't do that clout stuff. This is not for clout. This is just me being real about the situation. And by the way, I ain't got nothing against Otha. I ain't got nothing to say about, I ain't got no feelings towards Pharaoh, but yeah, I don't feel he's really running the trucking business well. Just for starters, it did start out great, I think I even posted a video of me with the truck or whatnot. It wasn't, it wasn't all that bad and everything. It's just like, yeah, things really didn't go well as we wanted them to. But, at the same time, I cannot complain. We still did have a little fun and everything. And we had a little great experience. It started out okay with Otha and everything. And he even did an interview with me. I don't know if I can pull that interview up. Let me see if I can find it. He first did an interview with me when I was still with my last company. And afterwards, he said he would eventually contact me back. And I was like, okay, that's cool, that's what's up. Eventually him and my wife ended up talking about the company and, how everything was and stuff. And all that good stuff. Like I said, we did end up going with them. And, he brought the truck over and everything, like he said. We met him in person. He just seems like a cool, legit person and everything. And, I did like, I like how he presented himself. And I think he liked how I presented myself as well. And, we sat for, I want to say, close to a few days, almost a week or whatnot. We eventually did leave, though. We did leave eventually, but, we sat for a little while, and it was kind of like boring, I'm not gonna lie. Let me see if I can get, like, I can't find the video. I'll have to look it up in my photos, I believe. But things were actually pretty decent, I could say. It started out good, but I say it should have been a warning to us when this dispatcher, I can't really find the video, so I'm gonna just skip that. But there was this dispatcher. I'm gonna have to find her as well because it's been a while. I didn't delete her number just in case for something like this, but she actually had left because after the week we were out, when we finally did leave, she had sent an invoice to them requesting her pay, and she was worried about that. And her name was Deandra. And I'm not gonna show her, show the full text. Well, I'm gonna show this text, but I'm gonna block my name and stuff out. This is the text that I sent her. I don't know if it'll zoom in or show it right. Let me try and get it to focus on that if I can. I think my brightness may be too bright, but this was the dispatcher, Deandra. I don't know, the brightness may be too bright or something. Nah, it ain't really helping, but anyways, that was the dispatcher. That was the only time I texted her. After that, it was only a straight call, whatnot. The dispatcher was a great dispatcher. We were getting loads left and right. The problem with it was, and again, I can't really say this is on Otha's part. He was just, the one running everything, but he wasn't the one who ran the money. Of course it was young Pharaoh who ran the money. And the problem was the dispatcher, great. She did her thing, made sure we had loads. The problem was whenever we were out driving, if we were running low on fuel, there were times where we would sit, like there was one that we had to pick up. Once we took it empty from our state, North Carolina, all the way up to, I want to believe it was Indiana, I think, or Illinois. It was somewhere up north we took it. And then we picked up a load. I could be wrong, maybe in Kentucky. But we took it up north somewhere, empty up north somewhere, dropped it off, and we went and picked up our first load. It was supposed to be going down to somewhere in Florida. We stopped somewhere in Tennessee because we were getting low on fuel. And we informed Otha, hey, we low on fuel, this and that, we need fuel. He said, okay. He hit up Pharaoh, and then he hit us back saying that Pharaoh, he was out somewhere doing his errands, whatever. He would be back like an hour and a half, sending him the money. He would send it straight to us. I promise we sat there for at least 3, maybe 4 hours. It was like we sat there for a while, and we finally got the money, and then we fueled up. And by the time we got there, it was so late. We had to have it rescheduled because it was an Amazon load. And, Amazon is strict. They're really strict about, their time and all that good stuff. So, it ended up being strict. And then we had another one going back from where we had picked up the first one. And again, we were running low on fuel. And, again, we had to sit again. And it took hours again to get that fuel money and stuff. So, of course, when we got up there, it was late again, and we had another issue this time with getting another load. Because of what happened, we had a problem with getting another load. So we were trying to, with the dispatcher, we were trying to find another way to keep things going. And we was going to try and end up going east and west, because I told him I wouldn't mind doing that, to make more miles and more money, because east and west, that's the best way to make money as a truck driver. It's really great miles, especially teaming. So that was going to be the plan, but our dispatcher, who I just showed, Deandra, she had said that, well, she didn't even tell us nothing. We found out after my wife had called her. She had said, yeah, that she had sent them an invoice and, about her pay for the week, and she never received nothing. She sent it 2 days early, and she didn't receive nothing. I ain't gonna say, what Otha said on his end, that's for him to say. But she felt like that was just her red flag, I guess, and she left. And so we sat again when we got back home finally. We sat again for a whole nother week. And, Otha guaranteed us $1,500 for having to sit. And we also was supposed to be getting paid $1,500, each. But we only got one payment of $1,500. And we actually never even got the second $1,500 before we got dispatched, because he guaranteed us that the following week. We never received it until, well, no, we just never received it. So we just ended up leaving, and we asked about that money, and he said that he would talk to Pharaoh about it, and Pharaoh decided that, we wasn't gonna get paid. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'll take that loss. The only issue I was having with that is that it seemed that Pharaoh wasn't trusting us with the pay. I don't really know. Otha was trying to tell us that Pharaoh wasn't understanding it, but I kind of don't, you know, I kind of don't completely get how he didn't, you know, understand that if, you know, if he's supposed to be, you know, you know what I mean? If he's supposed to be with you, or, you know, if y'all supposed to be in connect with everything, I don't see how he wasn't informed on everything or anything at all, you know, to not know what's going on. And, you know, hey, we doing this and that, and hey, they're trying to make sure everything is good for them, etc. It seemed like we were kind of having issues with that, in which I do have some videos of and pictures and stuff like that. You know, we signed the work contract and everything, and of course, as you can see, you know, I always made sure we recorded the fuel, like, because Pharaoh wanted proof. Like I said, he wanted proof of everything when it came to fuel and all that stuff. Honestly, I feel like he thought that we were stealing the money from him, and I'm like, well, if we supposed to be truck drivers, why would I need to steal your money? And I've been driving, you know. I really was good on money up until I got with them. Our situation kind of got fucked up, but I'm like, you know, I don't understand why I need to prove everything to you. You know. You know, like I said, I always recorded everything. Again, this is another one showing that I just finished fueling, just to prove it, because, you know, like I said, for some reason it seemed like there was a problem with young Pharaoh, and I don't know about Otha, but it was a problem with young Pharaoh and us proving that we needed fuel or needed to fill up the tanks. Maybe he didn't understand that, you know, the truck really did need a lot of you know, of fuel to fill up those tanks. It's not something you can just simply, you know, throw a couple hundred in, boom, it's going to magically fill the tank up like it's a car. This is an 18-wheeler. These things run on diesel, but, you know, it takes a lot to fill up the tanks. So I kind of felt like, you know, young Pharaoh was saying without saying it, or maybe we just didn't know because Otha didn't tell us. But I kind of felt like, you know, young Pharaoh felt that we were stealing his money instead of putting it in the fuel tanks. And no, that was not the case. I don't need to steal nobody's money. I like to earn my own money, you know. And another thing, and this is just my opinion, I don't, you know, like I told Otha, I didn't have nothing to say about it because I don't know his business. My wife was the one who watches him. I didn't know or watch anything that young Pharaoh does. But a situation had came up when we were talking about fueling, and a situation came up talking about how he was running the business, in which I completely feel this is like, you know, not how you do business. There was some girl he's with. I don't know if he's still with her right now, but at the time when we was dealing with him, he was with some new girl, and I had heard about him buying her a house because I think he had posted it on Instagram or whatever he on, or whatever. I don't know what he be on, but he had posted it talking about how he had bought this girl a new house or whatever. So, you know, this is just me and my perspective. You know, feel free to comment, say whatever you want, or, you know, say what you feel. But this is just my perspective. If you're trying to run a trucking business, and, you know, we're trying to inform you on everything, we're being upfront with you, how can you not trust your truck drivers and expect us to just work for you and not get paid what we deserve, and, you know, just sit around waiting and stuff because y'all don't have everything organized right? And which I do understand that part. I mean, he did, you know, tell us from the jump multiple times, it's a small business. But what I don't feel, I felt like something was a bit fishy about it. Because how we having issues with getting fuel or filling up the tank, like, why are you sending such a certain amount instead of just having a card already set, or trying to, you know, already have something set or a certain amount set up in an account for Otha to send to us for fuel, and we're sending receipts back to you showing all that money that was spent. was spent on fuel, and there's receipts to prove it. There was only one receipt that we didn't keep because I think I lost that on my behalf. I did lose that one receipt. Other than that, we kept every other receipt. So how are we having trouble getting fuel and running things, but you can easily buy a girl a house? I mean, you know, like I said, I'm not getting into his business, but I mean, he had just got with that girl not too long ago when we was riding with him. I think it was probably prior to us, you know, driving for him. He was already messing with her or whatnot, but she was still new. So, how are you having problems with sending us fuel money, but you can spend 100,000 or whatever it was on a house, but you're having issues with sending us fuel money? That just sounds kind of fishy, you know. And then another issue was, you know, and like I said, I don't have nothing against Otha, but I felt something was a bit fishy at the end because he kept claiming how he couldn't get in touch with young Pharaoh after some incident. I don't know. I'm not gonna talk about it. It ain't my business. Some incident he had got in. We were just about to go back out actually when we went to pick up an empty, but I was feeling some type of way about not getting paid when we were told we were getting paid. But Otha kept hitting us with, oh, he wasn't he couldn't get no response from young Pharaoh. He don't know what's going on. He may still be locked up or whatever, etc. Okay, I understand that, but when my wife was on Instagram, she could see whenever Otha was posting stuff, because she had them both, I think it was Instagram, whatever it was, TikTok, she had them both on her pages or whatnot. And, you know, so whenever Otha posted or something, I think, I could be wrong about what I'm saying, but I think either Pharaoh was like liking the stuff or tagging it. It was something like that. But Pharaoh apparently, you know, popped up in Otha posts. So I'm like, well, if you're not getting in any contact with him, how's he, you know, seeing your posters if he's still locked up? And how's he commenting and liking stuff or hearting stuff if you haven't got in contact with him, but he's still liking your stuff? Something that's kind of fishy. I feel like he, you know, was playing us for fools or idiots. So we did say we would take the load, but when I felt like that was just a line right there, shortly after we took the load, I just was like, fuck that, no. I'm going home. I'm not about to drive for them no more. I don't trust this. I just feel like there's too many games getting played. Now, the honest truth, I feel that if Otha, I guess, had more time to get the business up, if he could actually run it himself, I would love to go back and drive for Otha. You know, because he seems like a real legit person. He's about business, and it seems like he know what he wants to do, but I guess just financially, he isn't set up completely right to do things on his own. But you know, if he sees this video over, I hope you can, you know, get things up and running and, you know, get on your own without needing Pharaoh or, you know, running it with Pharaoh, someone else who's more, you know, serious about the business. Because I just feel like it's not as serious with Pharaoh as it is with, you know, Lil God or as it is with us. So, you know, I just didn't say. But if he does get his business up and running on his own or with someone more serious, I would love to go back and work with him. And I told him that when he came and picked up the truck. You know, it's just too much shit going on. Too much. Another thing, yeah, there's another video. I'll be posting that, because I sent it to Pharaoh and Lil God. No, I sent it to Lil God. There was a video I had sent him saying that, and it was when we finished fueling. The second one that I showed on this video, we was in Kentucky, if I'm not mistaken, and there was a cop who had rolled by, and he was like, "Hey, this and that. I was thinking about, you know, taking the truck." What really had happened was, I didn't show him the full story, but what really had happened was when I went inside, as the truck was fueling, I went inside to use the bathroom, and I seen a cop car, And so as I went inside and I seen the cop talking, I was like, hey man, you know, me and my homeboy was just about to hop in that bitch and take off. That shit looked nice. And then when I came back out after using the bathroom, etc., that's when my wife told me that the cop had came up to the car and said, you know, what the video said, which I'll be posting that one probably later. But overall, I do like Otha. On Pharaoh's part, I have nothing to say about him, good or bad, but I just don't think he's running his business right, dealing with truck driving. I don't know about his other businesses, but with truck driving, I don't, I don't think he is doing a good job on that end. Or maybe he doesn't understand it, like Lil God said. Maybe he doesn't understand it. I don't know, but I would never want to work for Pharaoh ever again. Never. And just in case, if he does say anything bad, you know, about me, like he wouldn't want me to work for him, as I clearly just stated, I wouldn't want to work for you anyway, so it would not offend me. You know, I ain't got nothing bad or no ill will against you, but business-wise, you don't seem to run it really well, as you know, claim to or talk or boast about it. Like I said, a little guy, I think he probably would do a better job about it. It seemed like he had a lot on his plate, so I ain't got nothing really bad to say about him because he did seem legit even in the interview. Which I will try and see if I can find that right quick before I hang up this, you know, video. But I don't know for sure if I can. I don't know what I did with it. Let me see. I can't remember exactly when I did that video or interview. I can't seem to find that video. I don't know what I did with it. Let me see if I can find it from my videos. I may find it somewhere else if I can't find it here. Okay, I found it. So this was when we were doing the interview. And again, I'm going to block my face out as well because I don't want my face in that. But this was an interview and I was with a different company at the time. I was not with them. You know, and like I said, I did like the interview. He seemed really legit and everything, you know. So I ain't got nothing bad to say about Lil God. And I hope you enjoyed this little special. And you know, my saying as always. This time I didn't say it because this is a different one. But you know, it feels so good to be high. And smoking on that good ass chronic. I mean, sorry, breathing in that good ass chronic. And again, I hope you like and have a great one.